Now we are going to turn our focus to the Controlled Substance Act. First, a little background to set the stage. In 1976, President Nixon established the Drug Enforcement Administration in response to the drug epidemic in the country. The Controlled Substance Act, or CSA as it was called, was a direct result of the DEA. The Controlled Substance Act was passed by Congress in the 70s, regulating the manufacturing, distribution, importation, possession, and use of drugs. It also placed drugs into one of 5 schedules. We will talk about that next. The schedules provide guidelines for drug enforcement and agencies to prevent and prosecute for the use of these drugs for other than their intended medical use. So let's take a look at the schedule. The schedule places the drugs into one of 5 categories, as you can see here. And this is based on whether the drugs have a current acceptable medical uses and what the potential for abuse is. So Schedule 1 drugs have no current acceptable medical use, and they have a high potential for abuse, as you can see on the top here. The drugs that are included in this category are drugs such as heroin, LSD, and marijuana. In the other schedules, there are all the drugs that have current acceptable medical uses, and their risks of abuse range from high to low. So here you will see some pretty serious drugs in Schedule 2, like oxycodone, Percocet, methamphetamine, but they do have acceptable medical uses. Schedule 3, 4 still have drugs that are considered abusive in some respect, but they do have medical uses. Finally, Schedule 5 drugs you can get from a pharmacy, but it may require a prescription to get the drugs here, even the cough suppressants. So what does this mean to the marijuana industry? Because marijuana is a Schedule 1 drug, it is illegal at the federal level. Some states have legalized recreational marijuana at the state level. Banks are regulated at both the state and federal level. Banks that receive money from dispensaries can be seen as money laundering or receiving dirty money, even if it is clean money at the state level. This causes a whole host of problems for dispensaries, from getting loans, real estate, taxes, security issues, because they must operate on a cash-only basis. As a budtender, you need to be aware of the amount of cash that you will be handling, as well as the heightened security precautions dispensaries must take.